How's everybody doing? I am so excited to be here. I am so happy to be here. I'm just happy with my life in general. You guys are looking at somebody who's about to celebrate his 5-year wedding anniversary to the love of his life. Thank you, yeah. I love my wife to death. She's a big nerd just like me. By her choice, I did not push in this. This was her choice. We had a Batman-themed wedding. Yeah, I don't mean I wore a Batman shirt underneath my tuxedo. I dressed up like the real Batman for my wedding service. She dressed up as Batgirl. My best man dressed up as Robin. And I mean the 1966 Burt Ward Robin with the tight green Speedo shorts that went all the way up his thighs, which upset me because he did not ask me to borrow that costume. I would have washed him. He's my best man. But we decorated the reception all with the Bams and Pals like the old Adam West TV series. And instead of getting a limousine, we actually rented a Batmobile for us to ride off in at the end of the night. Yeah. It shot fire. I'll show anybody pictures. The only part of my Batman wedding I did not like was the part where my parents got murdered in an alley. But it's what my wife wanted. It's her special day, and happy wife, happy life. That's what my dad used to say. Used to, because murder, you guys are smart. Something else I like to talk about a little bit. Over the last 18 months, I have successfully lost 35 pounds. I am proud of that fact, thank you. I have a 3-year-old little boy at home. I did it because of him. He's not my inspiration. He bullied me into losing the weight. You're probably wondering, Dan, how do you get bullied by a toddler? Well, all those months ago, when I started this journey, right before that happened, I was in the shower minding my own business. He was in his final days of being potty trained. So I had to leave the door unlocked. This way he wouldn't have an accident. So I'm in the shower one day, minding my own business, singing, dancing, doing all the good stuff. Next thing I know, he rips open the shower curtain, and all I hear is, ha, daddy's butt, oink, oink. So now I'm crying on the shower floor. My best friend just broke my heart. My wife's trying to negotiate with me to stand up. Nothing she's saying is helping. So she decides to walk over to the hot water thing, turn it completely off. It's ice cold. I'm like, what is wrong with you? She's like, well, I don't want to burn bacon. I live with YouTube comments. I also found this out. My son, he knows that daddy makes people laugh. That's all he knows about my job. He does not understand the concept of stand-up comedy. Found that out a couple months ago. We were outside playing. My neighbor came out. My son, Roman, he loves my neighbor. He goes, hi, Roman. This is my wagon. This is my swing, and that's my slide. And Roman goes, and Roger goes, nice to meet you, Roman. And my son goes, daddy has to go to work. He goes, oh, yeah, your daddy has to go to work? He goes, yeah, daddy tickles people. And this man I've known for 4 years went, all right, it was nice talking to you guys today. But I love doing stand-up comedy. It's without a doubt the coolest job you can ever have in the world. I got to film a dry bar special right before the pandemic shut everything down. I'm on Huckabee, that's amazing. But my favorite show I ever got to do was about 4 years ago. I was asked to perform for the troops. And that was something that humbled me, and it was an honor, and it was a privilege. And oh, thank you so much. Yeah. You don't have to clap. It was only a Civil War reenactment. I leave that off my resume and hope comedy clubs don't ask questions, because even Mike was excited. He was like, you performed for the troops? Was it the Army, the Navy, the Marines? I'm like, nope, the Union. I opened up for Abraham Lincoln. He paid in cash. It was all in fives, because he's on the 5. I don't talk politics. I don't talk politics in my set. It's just whatever. I don't like to talk about it. The one thing I do say is something I know everybody can agree on. It's been made legal in all 50 states as of 2 years ago. On a hot summer day, if you walk past a car and there's an animal inside and the windows are rolled all the way up, legally you can break into that car. Did you guys know that? All 50 states have made that legal. And I love that law because every summer I steal so much crap. And all I use is a brick and a stray cat. it works. I get phones, briefcases, iPads. Last summer there was a dog in a car. I broke in, took the dog, left the cat, sold the dog, and I bought more bricks. Oprah calls that reinvesting in your own business. I know. I read her book. Someone left it in the front seat. Before I started doing stand-up comedy, I was a car insurance adjuster. So if you ever been in an accident, I was the person who helped you get a rental car, tow truck, that kind of stuff. A lot of people don't know this. If you're driving and hit a deer and need to get your car fixed, most insurance companies don't raise your premium. It's called an act of God in the business because God did something you couldn't avoid it. My dad knew about that little bit of a loophole when I was, growing up. He was out partying a little bit too hard one night, drove, hit a pole in the morning, called the insurance, told me he hit a deer. Now, when you do that, they send someone out to look at your car because no matter how hard you hit a deer, they're gonna be hair left over. And my dad knew that they would check for that, so my dad shaved our dog. And Jake from State Farm knew my dad was lying. Like, Mr. Brown, I've never seen a deer spotted like a Dalmatian before. Those deer-mation running around here. Thank you guys so much. My name is Dan Brown. You were amazing.
That was great. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you so much, sir.
Great having you with us. Now, to see more of the comedy of Dan Brown, including his hilarious dry bar special, why don't you head over to Huckabee.tv. We've got all the links that you need for Dan Brown.